Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my BookTube spin video for the fourth quarter of 2023. The BookTube spin is a TBR game brought to BookTube by Rick McDonnell. I think he based it off of something happening on the blogs. And the point is for participants to create a list of 20 books, usually broken down into 4 categories, that they want to read. And then they or someone else does a spinny thing, basically spinning a wheel of numbers 1 through 20, and then you have to read the book that corresponds with the number you land on. So yeah, Rick McDonnell is who brought this to BookTube, and he had been gone for a little while, but actually recently he has come back again to BookTube. But as of filming this video, he hasn't started remaking BookTube spins, so I don't know if he will or not. But I think even if he did, I might just continue to do this on my own as I have the last year, because you know, since he left, I kind of made this game into my own, and am playing by my own particular set of rules. So I'll just continue doing it, you know, my own way. So anyway, every quarter I have a list of 20 books that I have in the same categories. I start with Jewish fiction, then general fiction, then science fiction, and then fantasy. And I've been keeping a list that you can see here of which genre I've read from when, and you can see that general fiction is the one I've read from least recently. So my intent is I'm hoping to spin general fiction, and I have been spinning 3 times, you know, and just picking one of the 3 spins to read this the quarter. And so one of the things, one of the new rules I recently added to the game is that once I pick a number and read that book, I'm taking that number off the board, at least for the year. Next quarter in 2024, I'll put all 20 numbers back on the board. But since this is a game of chance, I feel justified in, like, you know, putting my thumb on the scale a little bit. So, like, technically, you know, for quarter 4, I'm only playing with 17 books, but it will give me a better chance of actually landing on general fiction, I hope. So we'll have to see how it goes. And without further ado, I'm now going to share the 17 books, technically, on my list with you, and then I will do my 3 spins, and then if anyone is interested in playing along with me and wants to do all 20, I'll do an extra spin at the end. Okay, I'm starting with group number 1, Jewish fiction, although technically there is something a little bit different here. I have decided that I want to focus specifically on Jewish romance. I'm really excited about this. It's my way of trying to get into this genre or subgenre. But anyway, here we go. I'm starting with number 1, which actually I'm nixing because I picked it in quarter number 1. So really I'm starting with number 2, Recommended for You by Laura Silverman. Bookseller Shoshana is gunning for a holiday bonus, but the only thing standing in her way is annoying, non-literary, hot Jewish bachelor, Jake Kaplan. I think we know where this goes. Book number 3 is Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. This is YA romance where things are finally going Laura's way when her longtime crush, football star Chase, begins to notice her. But then Jasmine, a girl Laura may have developed feelings for on summer vacation, transfers to her school. Just to put it out there, Laura, both you and Jasmine are Jewish. Book number 4 is The Matzo Ball by Jean Metzler. Rachel Rubenstein Goldblatt has made a name for herself writing Christmas romances, but now her publisher wants a diverse book about Hanukkah. So Rachel attends a famous winter Jewish singles event, the Matzo Ball, where she sees her old camp arch-enemy, Jacob Greenberg. But it's been a long time since camp, just saying. And then book 5 is Meant to Be Mine by Hannah Orenstein. Edie's grandmother Gloria predicted the exact date Edie would meet her beshert, Yiddish for soulmate. But although she meets an attractive musician at the right time, Edie finds out that predetermination isn't as simple a concept as she believed. What if a relationship includes some rocky waters as well? Okay, moving on to general fiction. This list is largely the same as it has been for a while, but starting with number 6, The Fourth Child by Jessica Winter. A devout Catholic woman adopts a fourth child from Eastern Europe, while relations with her oldest girl start to fray. Number 7 is Of Women and Salt by Gabriel Garcia. Spanning from the 19th century to today in Cuba, Mexico, and the U.S., this is a story of family, addiction, and secrets. Number 8 is Revival Season by Monica West. This is the story of a Black evangelical family, healing revivals, sexism, and faith. Number 9 is Austerlitz by W.G. Sebald. This is a non-Jewish German author who tackled the Holocaust in this translated novel. And number 10 is We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang, another novel about a Catholic family torn apart by secrets, catering around a family business. Now we have science fiction, which is actually what I read for this last quarter, quarter 3, but the rest of the books are remaining pretty similar, starting with number 11, Provenance by Anne Leckie. A fugitive looks to reclaim stolen treasure in space and finds herself embroiled in an alien plot, literally. Number 12 is Ancestral Night by Elizabeth Baer. A routine salvage mission in space goes awry when an ancient technology is uncovered. Number 13 is Pushing Ice by Alistair Reynolds. A rockhopper crew is tasked with tailing one of Saturn's moons as it breaks orbit and leaves the solar system. Number 14 is Dark Orbit by Carolyn Ives Gilman. Alien contact on a distant planet, but it has more of a murder mystery plot than my usual, but I will go with it. And finally, I'm nixing number 15 as my quarter 3 pick. And finally, we are on to fantasy, which I read earlier this year. Maybe I'll be reading again, who knows, but number 16 I am nixing as my quarter 2 pick. Number 17 is The Return of Kings by Jen Lyons. A man discovers his fate is tied up with that of an empire, and he may be here not to save the world, but to destroy it. Number 18 is The Vanished Queen by Lisbeth Campbell. A woman vows to take down a despotic king and, surprise, surprise, finds herself embroiled in court politics. Number 19 is A Queen in Hiding by Sarah Kozloff. An orphaned princess becomes a guerrilla fighter and must assemble a group of rebels to take back her kingdom. And finally, number 20 is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. A young peasant girl discovers she has an unearthly power, but the war she fights for her god may cost her her humanity. Okay, and now let's get on to business. I got my spinny wheel open with my 17 picks. Let's see what it has in store for me, starting with spin number 1. Ooh, number 9! So we're starting off with a promising beginning here, because number 9 is in general fiction, which I wanted to get. But I still have 2 more to go. We'll see what happens. Make it a little more exciting than just, stopping now. All right, I'm on to spin number 2. Okay, so number 13 got me to Pushing Ice in science fiction, which I just read from last quarter, so I won't be going with that one. And finally, we'll round it out with spin number 3. And spin number 3 is The Ruin of Kings in fantasy, which I've also read from more recently than general fiction. So in this case, I am going with spin number 1, which is Austerlitz, a book I actually own. So I'm also removing something from my physical TBR, which is kind of nice, giving myself more shelf space. And of course this book does also have some Jewish themes to it. Not quite the romance themes, I believe, of, you know, my Jewish section this year. And because Sebald is non-Jewish, I figured I'd put it in the general fiction section. But yeah, hoping this will be impactful. But yeah, now I will round things out with one final spin. All 20 numbers are back on the board, so here we go if you'd like it. And what do you know? The extra spin is for number 20 itself. So if you would like to read the last of the 20 books you have on your list, then I hope that this worked out well for you. And that about covers it for me now, but I will be on this channel again imminently to play my second of my TBR games, my page 112 tag game, where I tackle my physical unread shelves by reading and comparing page 112 of the books in contention. That's a monthly TBR game, whereas this one I'll probably be getting to by the end of the year, shortly before the BookTube spin will begin in 2024. I believe I will be continuing on with this. I'm really enjoying myself. And I hope that Rick will resume the way that he played. If, you know, I know that he had a lot of people who played along with him back in the day, but if he does not, I hope that this is a nice substitute for folks if they want it. And with that, I guess I'll take my leave. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.